You're standing in a muddy field somewhere in Gaul. It's freezing, your sandals are soaked through, your back hurts from sleeping on the ground for the third night in a row. And the guy standing next to you? He just got promoted over you. Again. But here's the thing, that same feeling, that exact moment of being at the very bottom, is where every single Roman legend started, because in the most powerful military machine the ancient world had ever seen, rank meant everything. It decided what you ate, where you slept, how much you got paid, and whether you lived or died. So today we're walking through every single rank in the Roman legion, from your very first day as nobody all the way to the man who commanded thousands. This is your life in the Roman legion. Rank 1, Tiro, the raw recruit. You just arrived at the fort. You don't know anyone. You barely know how to hold a gladius properly. You are a Tiro, a raw recruit, and everyone around you makes sure you know it. Your first 4 months are nothing but training. You march 20 miles a day in full kit. You dig trenches. You practice sword drills until your arms give out. Then you do it again. The food is basic. The quarters are cramped. And the veterans? They look right through you like you're invisible. But something starts to happen. Slowly, your body gets harder. Your movements get sharper. You stop hating the marching. You actually start to get good.
You're not a soldier yet, but you're becoming one.
Rank 2, Miles Gregarius, the basic legionary. You passed. You're now a Miles Gregarius, a common soldier of the legion. This is where most men spend their entire 20-year career. And honestly, it's not a bad life once you settle in.
You get paid. Not much. Around 900 sestertii a year. But after the army takes its cut for food, equipment, and the burial fund, you're left with just enough to feel like a real person again.
You fight in the front lines, you hold the shield wall, you trust the man on your left and the man on your right with your life, because they are your life out there. The battles are brutal, short, chaotic, but the training kicks in and you move without thinking. Push, stab, hold the line, you survive, and that, in this world, is everything. Rank 3, Immunes, the specialist. You've got a skill. Maybe you're good with horses. Maybe you can build a field bridge faster than anyone in the cohort. Maybe you know enough medicine to keep a man alive long enough to matter. Whatever it is, the army notices and they give you a new title, Immunes. Same pay as before, but here's the deal. You're exempt from the worst duties. No ditch digging, no latrine detail, no guard rotations every single night. The other guys hate you for it, but also kind of respect you. It's a very specific kind of envy.
You're not powerful yet, but you're not just a warm body in a shield wall anymore either. You're useful, and useful people survive longer.
Rank 4, Principalis, junior officer. You've been in long enough. You've proven yourself. And now you're stepping into your first real leadership role as a Principalis. This covers a range of positions: standard bearers, signalers, the guys who carry the eagle. These aren't just ceremonial roles. In the chaos of battle, the standard is the army's nervous system. Soldiers follow the eagle. If you drop it, the whole formation can collapse. You also get double pay now. Double. Suddenly that 20-year career starts looking a lot more appealing. But the weight of responsibility is real. Men are watching you, following your lead, and if you crack under pressure, everyone sees it. Rank 5, Optio, second in command. You are now the Centurion's right hand, his shadow, his backup plan. The Optio's job was to stand at the rear of the formation and make sure nobody ran. You kept the line tight. You pushed forward the hesitant. You were the last thing between order and chaos. You carried a long staff, but not just as a symbol, but as a tool. If a soldier broke formation, you put him back in it, physically if necessary. But this rank also meant something else. You were next. If the Centurion fell in battle, you stepped up immediately. No hesitation, no handover briefing. You just became him. That kind of responsibility either makes you or breaks you. Most men, honestly, it breaks them. But not you.
Rank 6, Centurion, the commander of 80 men.
This is the rank that built Rome. The Centurion commanded a century, around 80 men. He knew every one of them by name. He knew who was reliable and who needed watching. He was their commander, their judge, and sometimes their executioner. He carried a vine cane, the symbol of his authority, and he used it. Roman discipline was not a metaphor. Soldiers were beaten for falling asleep on watch, for losing equipment, for cowardice. But the great centurions, the ones soldiers would follow into hell, they also earned something rarer than fear. They earned loyalty. The pay was enormous by legion standards, the respect was absolute, and in battle the centurion led from the front, always. That's why they died so often, and that's exactly why soldiers loved them. Rank 7. Primus Pilus, first spear, top centurion. Of all the centurions in a legion, only one held this title. The Primus Pilus, the first spear. He commanded the first cohort, the elite cohort, double strength, battle-hardened, the best soldiers the legion had, and he led them personally. He also sat in the command councils. He had the general's ear. When the legate planned a battle, the Primus Pilus was in the room. His voice mattered. Most men never got here. It took decades of perfect service, survival, and a reputation that preceded you into every room. After 1 year in this role, a Primus Pilus retired, and retired rich, given a seat in the equestrian class, a Roman nobleman essentially, built from nothing but 25 years of not dying. Rank 8, Legate, commander of the entire legion. You command a legion. 5,000 men, maybe more.
You are the legate, and you didn't get here through the ranks. You were appointed by the emperor himself. You're a senator, a politician, a man of Rome's elite class.
But that doesn't mean you're sitting safely behind the lines. The greatest legates rode into battle at the front. Julius Caesar did it, Trajan did it, because the men needed to see you, needed to believe you'd bleed the same as them.
Every decision you make ripples through 5,000 lives. One bad call and a cohort gets surrounded. One brilliant maneuver and you change the course of a war. This is the summit of the Roman military world. And standing here, looking out over those red shields and iron helmets, there is nothing quite like it in the ancient world.
From a shivering recruit who couldn't hold a sword to the man who commanded an empire's finest fighting force. That was your life in the Roman legion. And here's the thing about Rome that most people miss. The legion wasn't just a military unit. It was a society, a career, a family in the most brutal sense of that word.
The men who built the largest empire in ancient history weren't gods or monsters. They were people who woke up every day, did the work, climbed the ranks and kept going.
Which rank would you have been? The loyal Miles who held the line for 20 years? The ruthless Centurion who everyone feared and followed? Or the legate who saw the whole board? Let me know in the comments. I read every single one. And if you want to walk through the next empire, subscribe, because we're just getting started.